In today's video, we're testing what's supposed to be the most overpowered and easiest way to defeat the Storm King in LEGO Fortnite. Now, I'm not sure who exactly found this, but the first person I saw it from was Crafty, so links and all credit to him in the description. Go check him out. But this method that he shows off in the video I'm talking about is absolutely crazy. I mean, look at this. So essentially, the basic idea is to use thermal detonators to stun the Storm King to an extent that he cannot even attack you. Now, this would be absolutely game-changing. So in today's video, we're going to be putting this theory to the test to see if it actually works and if it's worth it to do in your own worlds. We're uploading LEGO Fortnite every single day, and if you guys are new, make sure you're subscribed, and if not, just go ahead and drop a like. It really helps me out. Also, all the LEGO kits are coming back to the item shop in about a week, so make sure you guys are using code Kaz. But with that all being said, testing the strategy was a ton of fun, so let me go ahead and just walk you guys through exactly how to do this strategy. Enjoy. All right, but here we go, guys. It's been a while since I fought the Storm King, but today is the day. Obviously, like I said in the intro, we have a plan, and not only do we have a plan, we probably have the most overpowered plan we could possibly have. Yeah, if you guys have any trouble fighting the Storm King, then you definitely are going to want to follow along. So the first thing we're going to do in our adventure today is go ahead and get ourselves some thermal detonators. That's not something that I craft too often because there's really no use for them most of the time that I'm playing. So the first question I had was, how do we even get thermal detonators? Until I remember that this exists, the Rebel Workbench. I don't remember the last time I put one of these down, but today's the day, like I said. So we've got to grab some plastoids, and then we should be able to just put this thing down anywhere here. That'll work for now. And then getting inside the Rebel Workbench, you can see that we do have the thermal detonator recipe, which will cost us 2 Durasteel and 1 blast core. So the first thing we're going to do is just actually see how many of these we both have. So we do have a decent amount of blast core. 28 might be all we need if I'm being honest. So let's see how much Durasteel we have. And wow, we actually have quite a bit. So that's actually taken care of, but I don't want to leave you guys hanging. So if you don't know how to get these items, I'm going to show you how to get both real quickly. And first we're in Lost Isles, and it might confuse some of you guys because what can you really get here? And let me go ahead and just show you. And basically, when you go into the jungle of Lost Isles, there will be plenty of these plants scattered around the area. And if you don't know, if you get too close to these, they actually explode. But if we go ahead and just run up to it and break it. Wait. What? Does that not work anymore? Blast powder. Wait, what? I could have sworn that these gave blast core, not blast powder. I am confused. Well, that's my bad. I'm trying to put you guys on, but I'm a little confused about what I'm talking about. Please forgive me. It's been a while since I've been to Lost Isles. But anyway, if you guys want to know how to actually get blast core, all you got to do is find some of these guys. If you don't know, these guys will pop out of the ground, and when you eliminate them, they will drop blast core. And if you have luck on your weapon of choice, obviously you can get more blast cores every time you kill one of these guys. Anyway, obviously, like you just saw, you can find these guys in Lost Isles, but you can also find them here in the Dry Valley, where you'll probably have a little bit more luck. Anyway, I just showed you guys how to get blast core, but if you're wondering how to get... Oh, dude, there's no way he's in here, bro. Okay, anyway, if you're looking to get Durasteel, that's how you do it. And I am about to die, bro. Oh my goodness. I just jumped into a Dry Valley cave and now I'm burning. This is not a good example of what you should do. But like I said, if you want to get Durasteel, literally just come to any of these caves and just start ground pounding. You'll get a ton of that. You'll also get some plastoid. You'll get some scrap Durasteel and maybe some other stuff as well. Low-key, this place is pretty underrated if you're just looking for random resources. And this is only the first step in defeating the Storm King with this overpowered method. All right, guys, and we just went ahead and made ourselves 30 thermal detonators. Stick with me because we're super close to actually going in and fighting the Storm King. But as you can see, before we go on to the next step, just know you need probably at least 20 thermal detonators. I've got 30 with me since this is my first time trying this method. But yeah, once you have your thermal detonators, you're pretty much ready to go over to fight the Storm King. Obviously, you're still going to want something to take him down fast when you have to take damage off the Storm King himself. So for that, today, I have my trusty crossbow. The important thing here with the crossbow is that it has triple damage. Obviously, we want to take the most damage off of the Storm King. Triple damage will help with that. Anyway, the last step for fighting the Storm King is pretty simple if you've played the game for a bit. It's going to be acquiring 10 Eyes of the Storm. As you can see, we'll take 10 out of my chest here. But if you're curious on how to get 10 Eyes of the Storm, all you got to do is swing by and visit Raven and go ahead and defeat him, because after the newest update, he actually drops 3 Eyes of the Storm plus the 3 you get from the chest after you eliminate him, of course. So between that, you're getting 6, and then obviously you can fight Raven every single day. Additionally, you can also get more Eyes of the Storm from just going into those storm caves. So yeah, that is how you get these guys right here. And once you have everything that I mentioned, so basically 20 thermal detonators, some Eyes of the Storm, and then of course a weapon of choice, you're ready to take on the Storm King. And guys, this is gonna be the easiest thing I've ever done if this strategy works. So let's go ahead and find ourselves our Storm King location, which is up here in the middle of the map. It's bus station 7. I've got that memorized, so we're gonna go ahead and jump in, and you guys are gonna see just how overpowered this strategy is. Hopefully, like I said, this is my first time doing it, so I'm super excited. And just a little pro tip, if you guys are new to fighting the Storm King, flying in from the bus is actually super easy because you don't have to run up any of the mountain at all. You can just fly straight up to the top. And once you're here, the gateway's gonna need power, and you guys know the drill. All we gotta go ahead and do is deposit our 10 Eyes of the Storm. And we are about to get into it. So let's go ahead and talk strategy while we drop down. We have an hour on the clock, as always, when fighting the Storm King. And it has been a minute since I've done this, honestly. So I'm excited to get the Shatterhorn fragments. And then, of course, one of the 2 mythical weapons that he does drop. I'm hoping I can get the pickaxe today, but we'll see. Either way, we're here and we are about to run down with the new strategy. So off the bat, we're going to go ahead and make sure that we have our thermal detonators out. He should spawn in some spawners, which we can go ahead and just throw thermal detonators at. And when they explode, they will completely destroy on the first attempt. And just to get started, I already messed up because I was supposed to throw the thermal detonators a little bit earlier before any enemies spawned in. Luckily, these guys in the early game are pretty easy, so I should be able to take them out. And I just realized I also have no food. Well, that's a lie. I have 8 sushi and that's literally it. So that just intensifies things a little bit more. Hopefully the strategy comes in clutch. Otherwise, I might be cooked. This time around, we'll go ahead and charge it up so we can throw them right again at these spawners. And before they even come up, they are exploded and they are taken down. Okay, so we're learning the timing a little bit more. We just got to obviously be aware of when these spawners are coming up. So I got my thermal detonators in hand once again. We ate a piece of sushi, so we've only got 7 left. Hopefully it should be enough to easily take down the Storm King. Because basically, if you guys don't get what's going on by now, I'm yapping a bit while the Storm King is waiting to come out. But the plan is to just throw thermal detonators at every single spawner as soon as it comes up, dodge every single one of the Storm King's attacks, which I will take you through as they come through. And then, of course, in the final fight, I will show you how to use the thermal detonators to go ahead and completely nerf the Storm King so he can't even attack you at all. Overall, this should be a lot easier than I've ever experienced. And hopefully that is the case because, like I said, I'm a little nervous. We're in expert mode today. And yeah, I don't have much to my name. And my goodness, dude, this guy is taking forever. I just talked for like a minute straight. But here we go. The Storm King is coming out and there's more spawners, which I was not ready to throw thermal detonators for. So unfortunately, some stuff did get through. Only from 1 spawner though. And wow, okay, we are taking down these enemies quick regardless. And here goes nothing, ladies and gentlemen. Again, the name of the game is just going to be to throw down the thermal detonators as soon as they spawn up. Like I said, this is my first time, so I'm kind of learning the spawn patterns. But the Storm King is out here, and this is where some people might start to stress out, but we're not stressed at all because we know what he's going to do. The first thing he's going to do is go ahead and pull up 2 brand new spawners. So we'll charge up a thermal detonator. Oh, wait, I forgot. He ground pounds. Okay. Now, the first thing he's going to do every single time is throw out that laser, followed by 3 rock attacks. So this is rock number 1. We're going to go ahead and just dive forward. Rock number 2. Again, we're just going to go ahead and dive forward as it comes at us, and we are going to completely dodge it and take no damage. And this is rock number 3. Now, after this is where we got to lock in. And when his weak point is shown, we're just going to go ahead and get right under him so he does that ground pound attack, which we can immediately go ahead and exploit by just running up to him and taking off a ton of damage. Again, we're just going to go ahead and use the weapons that we brought with us. But when he's in this ground pound state, he's basically super, super vulnerable. But once you destroy the weak point, he's immediately going to go ahead and throw up 2 brand new spawners, which we are, of course, going to be ready for. 1 and 2. Here they go. So we're going to go ahead and throw that. And I low-key kind of lagged. Wait, did it actually still? Oh, my goodness. Unfortunately, I was a little bit late. That's okay, though, because it did, again, only spawn 2 because I was ready with 1 of them. But we'll go ahead and dodge the attack after you destroy the spawners. He's going to do the same thing every single time. 1 rock. I just jumped off. I'm so dumb. But once again, the Storm King does have his weak points out, which means we can do exactly what we just did there and get him to ground pound. That way we can just go ahead and exploit his weak point once again. And just like that, weak point number 2 is gone. After a quick little animation, he's going to go ahead and spawn up more spawners, of course, which we are going to be ready for this time because I have fumbled the last 2 times. And there's number 1 and there is number 2. Did we get them in time? Did we get them? Oh my goodness, once again, we're just a little bit slow, but no fear because he's going to do the same attack starting with that laser attack. And after he's done with the boulders, he's going to go ahead and show off his weak point in which we can just, again, go ahead and get him to ground pound. That way we can just take aim at his weak point and hopefully take it out no problem. Again, that's what we have the crossbow with damage 3 for. And 1 more shot should do it. Bang, there we go. Now the Stormhorn is easy because he basically always tilts into this animation where you can just go ahead and take it out no problem. So there is that first Stormhorn. After that, we're going to be ready with our thermal detonators once again because you guys know what's coming. There's spawner number 1 and spawner number 2. Did we take them out in time? Oh my goodness. We keep messing up by a second. This is tough. Either way, just be aware of the Storm King's animation if this happens to you. It's pretty predictable because he's going to do the same thing every single time. There's the boulder that we're going to dodge. And then once his weak point comes up, again, we're just going to get him to ground pound. Rinse and repeat at this point. I mean, it's just going to keep on going on. And there we go. Get ready with your thermal detonators because you guys know what's coming. At this point, it's pretty obvious. It's just going to keep happening. So we'll throw that and that. Did we get him in time? Dude, we keep messing up with the timing, bro. At least it's easy to take out the enemies. And once again, you guys know the drill. Here come the spawners. So we'll go ahead and throw 1 down and 2. And if they explode fast enough, we will get no enemies just like that. And then, of course, you just got to be aware for the same rotation of attack that we've already dealt with a million times, starting with that laser. Boulder's coming up next, of course. So there's boulder number 1. Number 2. And here we go. The last weak point before the final fight. Let's go ahead and get through this quickly, and then I'll show you guys the last overpowered part of this method because it's not over yet. We are just getting into the final phase of the fight. So once we shoot 1 more arrow, here we go. Oh, yeah, I forgot about the storm horn. This part's pretty easy. Like I said, he's probably just going to drop down like so, and then we can just take that out. And bang. Here we go. So what he's going to go ahead and do is ground pound and make this playing arena way smaller, following it up with spawning in more of these spawners, which, of course, we are going to be ready for with thermal detonators. So here's 1 and 2. Let's go ahead and charge it up. Woo. Oh, and I totally threw that in the wrong spot. That's my bad. So again, when you do mess it up, you are going to get a few enemies, but that's no problem if you have decent weapons at all. Now, once you get to this point, this is where the real boss battle takes place because obviously it's you versus the Storm King, and that's where the thermal detonators come in for the last time because as you can see, I just threw a thermal detonator under the Storm King in which it completely canceled out all of his attacks, and when he's ready to attack again, we're just going to go ahead and throw down another thermal detonator. And as you can see, he just had a boulder in his hand, but as it exploded, it completely cut off his attack. So let's just go ahead and do it again. And once again, he's just going to be completely dazed. So we can continue to shoot at him. When he does something like a laser attack, it's obviously easy enough to just kind of run away from. But we're just going to continue to toss down some thermal detonators under him to completely daze him. And oh my goodness, I just took some damage. I would recommend doing this with a little more food than I have because obviously I am in shambles right now. Go ahead and throw down a thermal detonator. Now he's dazed, so we can just continue to shoot at him. And he's literally just standing there. Okay, here he goes. He's pulling out another rock. And oh my goodness, I'm on like 1 heart. Holy, dude, that was actually scary. I should have come with some food. Guys, I know I was kind of walking you through the thermal detonator method, but if you're coming to fight the final boss, make sure you do it with more than 8 pieces of sushi. But either way, we still went ahead and did that. Guys, the thermal detonator is absolutely goated if you're trying to take down those spawner shards. Obviously, the end was a little bit hectic, and I did have to eat a few storm fruits, which is pretty down bad of me. Like I said, a little bit of an oversight on my part. I just kind of jumped straight into it, and at the end of the day, these thermal detonators absolutely carried with destroying the spawners in 1 hit every single time without fail. I could have been a little quicker. But now that I know the spawns, it'll get a little easier. Anyway, we went ahead and opened our final gift package, which comes with a thunderclap blade. Not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed by this. I did want the pickaxe, but hey, if you guys have never tried this thing, when you do hold down the attack, it'll charge up and it'll follow it up with a huge sonic boom that'll go ahead and just destroy anything in your path. So it's definitely a good reward. And if you guys haven't fought the Storm King, hopefully this will help you out a little bit. I just cannot believe I ended the fight with maybe like 3 hearts. It was a little scary, but we did get the job done at the end of the day. Anyway, guys, that was just my first time trying this method. Like I showed you guys, maybe you could learn a thing or two from the way that I went about it. My biggest suggestion would be a little more prepared with the thermal detonators in your hand. But beyond that, it was way easier because I barely encountered any enemies at all from the storm. And yeah, we just defeated the final boss in Lego Fortnite with 8 pieces of sushi. And again, I'm never gonna live that down. That was pretty epic. And my goodness, does it feel good to be home. Of course, the first thing we're doing when we're back home is going over to our restaurant and having a nice meal to get our hearts back up because that was a close call. Again, like I said, I should have gone in with proper equipment, but hey, we still got the job done. And at the end of the day, this isn't the pickaxe, but the sword does look absolutely amazing. It also completely matches my guy here, so that's a W. What I'm really happy to finally have again from the Storm King, because like I said, it's been a while since I fought him, is this Shatterhorn fragment right here, because there's so many more combos I want to build. You can see that I have my sword here, which has actually grown on me quite a bit. When I originally tried this build, I basically said that it sucked. Since then, my opinion has changed, and this thing has been absolutely amazing, especially with zapping 4. I'm sure you guys saw it kick in a little bit in the fights, but I'd be hitting one enemy, and then another enemy nearby would lose a significant amount of his health. For that reason, this sword is absolutely amazing, and yeah, Shatterhorn fragments are quite hard to come across, but when you do have enough of them, you can go ahead and build some cool combos like this. Well, like I said, guys, we are uploading daily, in with this daily grind in this game. I'm definitely going to be returning to the Storm Caves and, of course, the final Storm King fight quite a bit more. And in case you were curious, it's not like I actually just use this method for today's video and I'm never using it again. No, I'm actually probably going to use this method every single time I go fight the Storm King. I don't know about using it in that final section like I did, because while it did daze him for a minute, it honestly would have been better to just put full focus on fighting him, I think. But overall, I'd probably rate this strategy a solid 8.7 out of 10. It's absolutely incredible when it comes to taking down those shard spawners. I demonstrated in my fight how to do it really quickly where, you know, you get no enemy spawning. But again, I did mess up quite a bit. So I had some instances where a few enemies would spawn here and there. Overall, a really, really good method if you guys get overwhelmed while fighting the Storm King, because it'll completely eliminate all of the enemies. I mean, that's literally half the battle, and that's taken care of with this method. So definitely go try it out if you haven't fought the Storm King, or if you just find it a little bit difficult when you do. But guys, subscribe for daily uploads. And if you made it all the way until the end of this video, comment down below your best tip for fighting the Storm King, and let me know if you've ever tried this strategy yourself. I'll be replying and hearting comments down there. And guys, we are absolutely grinding these daily uploads. If you've been enjoying it and you made it all the way until the end, dropping a like on the video at this point really helps out. We've got some absolute bangers cooking for you guys later this month that you guys are not going to want to miss. So again, stay tuned to the channel for a video every single day in March. Click on this video for me here. YouTube thinks you'll like it, and I will catch y'all in the next one. It's been your boy Kaz. Peace.